Hey everyone, Coach Frank here with Adidas Runners Manila. Today we have another strength-based workout for you. We're going to be focusing on your lower body as well as your core. Now, the workout was prepared by the amazing, beautiful, elegant, super fast Captain Marty Plaza. So if there's anything to complain about, please send all of those straight to Marty. Leave me out of it. Please don't kill the messenger. All right, without further ado, we're going to go right into the workout. First things first, I want you to start with a warm-up. So the warm-up, since we're all indoors, you can do just an easy jog, just jogging in place for about 10 to 15 minutes. I know it sounds boring. Put on a TV or put on some music, dance along with it if you want, but I just want you to get loosened up just by jogging in place. Or if you don't want to do that, you can do jump rope. If you don't want to do that, you can even just hop side to side. You know, you just want to kind of get the blood flowing and you want to get loosened up. If you have access to running outdoors in a safe place where it is allowed by the government, then you can do that. I know some places are now allowing it, so go ahead, run outside, get a nice warm-up in. After you're done with your warm-up, we're going to go into our main sets. So we're going to have two different sets. The first set is going to focus on your lower body, your legs, and the second set is going to be focusing on your core. So for each exercise, in between the exercises, take as little rest as you possibly can. And the main idea here is that we want to focus on quality and form. We don't want you just running through and trying to get as many repetitions as possible. We really want to focus on form, so nice and slow and controlled movements. Okay? So if at the end of the first exercise you're tired, you want to take a 20, 30-second rest, that's okay, but try to get into the next exercise as fast as possible. I know it's going to be tough because all the first exercises are lower body focused. So if you even need to take a rest during the set, go ahead. You know, everyone go at your own pace, but make sure you're pushing yourself as much as you can. All right, great. Okay, let's get into the workout. Woo! Okay, so like I said before, the first set is going to be legs. So I want you to start with the most basic of all leg exercises, which is also going to get your core engaged, is going to have your whole body working. We're going to start with air squats. So I want your feet to be a little bit wider than shoulder width, and then you're just going to lower yourself down slowly. You want your knees to be just below 90 degrees if you can, and then you're going to push back up slowly through your heels. So I'll go to the side so you can see the view there. Gonna lower myself nice and slow. Pause, back up. All right? And as you can see, my knees are gonna go to just about 90 degrees. And then I'm gonna go back up. You don't want your knees going too far over your toes. If that's happening, you can potentially injure your knees or just put too much stress on your legs in the wrong places. So you wanna make sure to keep your weight back. Some of you that are more advanced with the lifting, you might want to add some weight. By doing that at home, you can get a backpack and put some water bottles inside or something heavy and just strap that on your back, and you can go right into all these leg exercises with a backpack with weight on it. Backpack with weight in it. All right, so after you're finished with the squats, we're going to go into walking lunges. So for walking lunges, you're going to take one step forward, lunge down, back up, then into the next one. You're gonna go for 1 minute again. We're doing 1 minute of each exercise. So obviously you don't have a hallway long enough for you to do 1 minute. But if you do, or if you wanna go out into the hallway, if you live in a condo, you can do it there. Or if you have a house and you can go around the house, whatever you wanna do. But you wanna do 1 minute alternating walking lunges. Same thing, watch your knees. You want to make sure your knee is directly over your foot. And you also want your back leg to be at 90 degrees. Front leg 90 degrees, back leg 90 degrees. And go right into walking. After you're finished with 1 minute of air squats, 1 minute of walking lunges, then you're going to do 1 minute of burpees. Once again, this was Marty's workout, not mine. So for a burpee, you're going to jump in the air, go down, then you're gonna go out, back, and then back in and jump again. Just continue. This one is a full body exercise. This one will get your legs because you're squatting down, and then you're gonna jump back, get that core engaged. It's a full body exercise. If you wanna make it more difficult, if you are just one of those beasts, you can add a push-up. So. All right. Once again, this is all about form and quality. I don't want you trying to get 30, 40 burpees in 1 minute. Go controlled, nice and slow. If you really need to take a rest, take a rest. This is a circuit, but I want you to just focus on your form and keep it moving. The workout altogether shouldn't take you that long. So after you're done with that, we're gonna go into our next exercise, which is another lung buster. We're gonna do jump squats. So same thing as an air squat, except you're gonna jump and then continue. So if you look at my form is same as if I was doing a normal air squat, but I'm gonna jump at the top. Make sure you stay nice and controlled and landing soft on your feet. I say controlled a lot, but it really is important when you're doing strength exercises. And this one's a strength exercise and a cardio exercise, so it's really gonna be the best of both worlds. And after that one, you're gonna get a little bit of a break. We're gonna do single leg deadlifts. For me, this one's a little bit more difficult because of the balance, but it's not a lung buster like some of the other ones. So you're gonna be on one leg, you're gonna extend your leg back behind you, and then try to extend out forward. You wanna have your body go straight, nice and flat. If you're like me and it's a struggle for you, this is one that you should do more daily so that you can try to build up your flexibility, your balance, and it's also gonna help fix some of those imbalances in your hips, in your leg, and it's overall just gonna make you a stronger runner. Okay, so I'll show you one more time. And if you have a weight, you can add a weight into your hands and you go out, balance. All right. Okay, so that's your first set of exercises, 5 exercises. So that should take you 5 minutes that will be 5 minutes on. You can add your own rest in between if you want to take 20 seconds or 30 seconds. If you really need to do a little bit longer, that's okay too, but we really want to try to keep this going as fast as possible. We want you to just focus on your form and go from one exercise to the next and really test yourself. See how much you can do, see how you're feeling. Feel, where are you tired? Are you tired in your legs? Are you tired with the cardio? All right? Okay, so that brings us to set number 2. Here's our core focused exercises. These ones are gonna be a little bit simpler. You won't have to do as much jumping around. We're gonna start with the plank. So for the plank, you wanna once again, make sure that your hips are not dipped too low and you don't want them up too high. You want your body in more of a straight line, but you want your hips raised just a little bit. And you want to make sure you're squeezing your core, engaging. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you can add some taps in. Try to keep your body straight without rocking too much. And just 1 minute of that. After you're finished with 1 minute of that, you can take a little bit of rest, and then we're gonna do side planks. Yes, wonderful side planks. All right, so one of the biggest mistakes for the side plank is a lot of people tend to let their hips dip. Once again, you wanna keep them up. You want your body to be straight always. So this is gonna be 1 minute, 1 minute per side. So, if you need to take a rest, if this is something you're not accustomed to, that's okay, you can take a rest. But you might surprise yourself and say, hey, I never tried to do a minute before, and I just did it and it was fine. We want you to constantly be pushing yourself and trying to break through new barriers. After that one, we're gonna go into a high plank movement. We're gonna be doing mountain climbers. Like I said before, we're not going for as many repetitions as possible. So you wanna stay controlled and focus on each movement. Back and forth. Really squeeze the core. Pull forward each knee to the elbow. We're doing a minute of that. When you're finished with that, then we're gonna go into the high plank to pike. So you're in a high plank position, and then you're gonna bring your butt up, and then back down. You want to be contracting your abs, squeezing. Make sure you're staying nice and tight each movement. It might look like a simple movement, but you can really get a lot out of it. You're gonna be working your shoulders, you're gonna be working your core, you're gonna be getting a nice, good stretch through your hamstrings all the way down to your calves. And then finally, last one, we're gonna be doing Russian twists. So for Russian twists, we've done these many times. The more beginner movement is if you just keep your feet down and you twist side to side. To make it more difficult, you can pick your feet up. You wanna make sure that you're leaning back a bit. Twist back and forth. Do straight arm ones to get a bit more of a twist in there. When you keep your arms straight, you can't cheat as much because you really want to make sure you're touching the ground. A lot of people have a tendency to just tap the ground. So get those straight arms going. You can add a bottle of water into your hands just for a little bit of extra weight. It will make a big difference. Okay, and that's it. 5 more exercises for the core. Okay, so hope you guys are ready for this workout. You're gonna get that heart rate up, and hopefully at the end you're gonna feel like you got a good workout in just a short amount of time. It's all about the quality. It's not about how long you're in the gym. It's really just about how much quality time you're getting, okay? So that's it. Last thing, stretch. Make sure you get those quads, the hamstrings, the IT, and the hip. You really wanna stretch them nice and good. All right, love you all. See you soon, hopefully after this quarantine ends. Mwah.